Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. It's going to be a scorcher out there today. It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home open. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Hunter Brown. What do we have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
No.
Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida.
Ball.
Foul ball there. And the 2-2. Outside corner, got him looking. Here's Juan Soto. And that's downstairs. And that's ball one. Brown in his fourth year, 27 years old, and he was a fifth-round pick back in 2019. Right through there for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 2-2 on the way. Soto swinging a drive. Deep right field. Carrying well. You can kiss it goodbye. A solo shot. And the Mets jump in front. It's 1-0. One down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Out to short. The throw to first. And now two gone. The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Jorge Polanco.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. We go to the bottom of the first. And taking the ball for the Mets, David Peterson. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
On the ground, Lindor. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now Correa up to hit. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1. On the ground to third. Bichette whips it to first. And here this afternoon, two quickly away in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Hey.
And that's outside. And the count is 1-1. well struck right field. Brings it in for the third out. Back here in Houston, new inning getting started. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. And that's off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. Robert, the native of Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017.
Yep.
And a big swing and a miss. Ripped on the ground to second. Altuve slings to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. So now the DH spot, Brett Beatty. That one fouled off. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
That's a ball.
Low. Right side. Oh, look at the stop. From his knees, the throw. And very nicely done for the out. Two down, bases empty. Now it's Marcus Semien. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Now at the plate, Francisco Alvarez. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. As they jump ahead, a run scores. So runner at second, 2 down. Carson Bench up now for the Mets. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Pitch is in there. That is strike 2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Just misses with that one. Liner snagged at first. Back here in Houston, and here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Jose Altuve. To the right side, and that one handled on to first. One pitch and one out. So digging in, Isaac Paredes. Peterson. He's become known as a guy that's really tough to take deep, and that is especially valuable today, Chris, when the ball's going out of the ballpark so much.
It's very important. It's all about run prevention, right? So when you have that, it's a plus. But if you are going to give up the long ball.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Gone! Big dog's gotta eat. He hammers one out to center. And they're on the board. It's 2-1. And now it's Christian Walker.
Ball, no.
One out, bases empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Check
Ball
swing,
2.
he held up. Ball 2. Peterson. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
That one back there, and that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Got him looking for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Yainer Diaz stands in now and watches strike one. That's smacked on a line to center. And that's the third out. Back here in Houston, all set for the start of the inning. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And a strike on the outside edge.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And now it's Juan Soto. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's got a chance on the warning track and hauls it in. Here's the third baseman, Bo Bichette. He's 0 for 1.
Hey.
In the air, right field. Smith settles under this one, and that is that. As we go to the last of the third, and stepping in for the Astros, Cam Smith. In the air to left center. Dives and it gets by. And the tying run is on base.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Jake Myers in the box now. No balls and a strike. Comes up empty.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here. I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
And that one almost hit him.
That's a check. What do you got?
Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. 1 out man at first. And now the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. 0 for 1 so far. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Double play.
No, you're out.
What a twin killing to end the inning. Back here in Houston as we go to the top of the 4th. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. And a foul ball. Here's 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall. Luis Robert now rolled out to second in his first at bat. And he swings through that one.
Hoog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Brett Beatty. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And there's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Ball. Ball 2.
Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A solo shot, and they add to their lead. It's 3-1. Here's Marcus Semien. A double and a run scored his first time up. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that one is lifted in the air. Smith has a beat on it. And that'll do it. Bottom of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Carlos Correa.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. High fly ball down the left field line. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. He's 0 for 1.
Left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
No, outside.
On the ground, right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Oh, the 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground to short. Lindor on to first.
Got him. That's an out.
And they get Altuve for the out. Out number 3. Back here in Houston, ready now for the 5th inning. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A shot to the opposite field. And they tack one on the board. It's 4-1. Carson Benj digs in now. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Back to the top of the Mets order. Francisco Lindor now at the plate.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare. Only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
2 down, bases empty. Stepping in, Juan Soto.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And that one clips the corner. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So now the Astros designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. And there's a base hit to left. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Walker, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Paredes gets his lead at first with nobody out. In the dirt, blocked. One and 2 now. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. And now, Yainer Diaz. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Robert hustles it back in. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down. First and second, 1 out. Cam Smith will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball. Runner around third. Here comes the throw. Not gonna get him. It's up the line.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Myers up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Runner from third in to score. And he beats it. He's safe.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Line drive, base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score and then tie. It's an RBI single. It's 4-4. Go ahead run on base. Here's Carlos Correa.
The last thing he wants is to hit the on the ground, but I wouldn't expect
the Mets with a new arm on the mound, Luke Weaver.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ugly cut on the slider for strike three. And here comes Yordan Alvarez for a critical at bat. On the ground, right side. Simeon, toss over to first. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. Back here in Houston, all set for the top of the sixth.
Really important time for a shot. Down inning. The last thing they want to do is give up the runs they just scored. Man, that'll steal the momentum. They're hoping to make quick work of this half inning.
In the air to left center. Myers on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
That one ripped left field, carrying well. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Relay throw to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
Up next for the Mets.
So here's round. Now, new pitcher on here, Angel De Los Santos. On the ground to the left, and that's a base hit. Polanco coming around third. Safe, and it's now 5-4.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Next to hit, Brett Beatty. Now quick throw to first. Robert dives back in. Robert at first, one gone. Now a pop-up on the infield. Pena settles under it. And there's two down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Simeon stands in here, takes ball one low. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Robert on his way around third. And they lead by 2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. You can kiss it goodbye. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 8-4. So 2 down. Now here is Carson Bench. And a foul ball. Base knock center field. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it, right?
Swinging a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. Francisco Lindor sends it out. It's their second home run of the inning. Watch Soto now. He's already homered in this game. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. What a stop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 10-4 score. Bottom of the 6th. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Jose Altuve. That one pushed foul.
Ball 1.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Astros.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. He's already homered here in this one. There's a strike.
Ball inside.
The Astros with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss as he was late. Good job to fight that one off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Astros.
So next up for Houston, Christian Walker, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Foul ball.
2 down, nobody on. That one missed. And that's a strikeout looking. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes.
New pitcher on now, Highway 10.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Polanco in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And the 0-1. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A 2-run homer, and they boost their lead. It's 12-4. Here's Luis Robert. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Baden in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Ball.
The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 away. So up next for New York, Marcus Semien.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
There's a swing and a drive. Myers. Long run on his horse. And in one hops the wall. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
Up next for the Mets.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez.
Ball 1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
In the air, left field. And that is that. Here in Houston, at the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 0-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And next to hit for Houston, Cam Smith. Breaking ball through there for a strike. 2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants. Swing and a ground ball. And that's just foul. The 0-2. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Up next for the Astros.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Jake Myers. Foul ball. Nice grab. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Back here in Houston, we go to the 8th. Carson Bench up now for the Mets.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. So far, that aggressiveness has been all about attacking the first pitch they see. 7 hits on the first pitch alone, and clearly they've done a great job turning those hits into runs on the board.
Lindor, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swing and a grounder, foul first base side. Fights it off. You'll see another. Hard hit, right side. Altuve slings to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Juan Soto.
Ball. No, that's a ball.
Ground ball right side. Altuve to first. They get the out on Soto. And that is the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena. And a swing and a miss there. Grounds one to short. Lindor tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And here comes Carlos Correa.
No, outside. Hard.
The Mets up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Robert takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Up next.
Next, Yordan Brian Hudson takes over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. Fought off foul. Deal 1. Up the middle. Lindor tosses to first, and they get the out on Alvarez. And the Astros put down in order. Back here in Houston, we go to the 9th. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets. This one in the air, right field. Fair ball. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Mets.
At the plate, Jorge Polanco.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Ball.
Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there. And boom goes the dynamite. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 14-4. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Wastes no time there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now
Ball.
Brett
No.
Beatty just missed.
When the
Outside,
skipper
ball
calls
2.
down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs.
The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, A.J. Blueball.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
In there at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And he grounds one to the right side. Base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Just one of those seen high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Simeon in the box, lays off for ball 1. And that one ripped to left. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and the lead continues to grow. 1 out man at first. Now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez. Misses outside. Ball 1. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they extend their lead.
He was all over that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now Carson Benj. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a 1-hopper off the wall. Should score the run. Out Alvarez crosses the plate. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it before it tied him up.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Lindor in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. And it's second. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Here's a 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. To the right side. Altuve slings to first. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base. And here is Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
Foul ball there. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 0-2. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. Bottom 9. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Jose Altuve. Oscar Brazovar taking over on the mound.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Bichette whips it to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Next is the designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Here comes the 0-1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. 2 up, 2 down. So they're down to their final out. Christian Walker up next for the Astros. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
No.
2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Ball.
They're down to their final strike.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Ground ball up the middle. Gets to it with a slide to first. And what a play. Ball game.